and as an announcer, I mean, everything is just right there in the arena. We're talking a baseball stadium here. Obviously, they're not going to do the whole field, but how's it going to look in comparison?
Like, don't quote me on this. I mean, it's preliminary, but everything's going toward like home plate, so it's right under there with like center field being farther away. But the arena will be bigger, which competitors will like for sure.
Especially the barrel racers.
It won't be as intimate as you say, like Thomas and Mack is, and because people are right on top of it. I mean, you get up in the balcony and you feel like you're going over forward and can drop right in the middle of the arena.
Right.
So, but yeah, you're right. It's not going to be as intimate, but you know what? It will be tremendous. It'll be tremendous.
How has it been for you this summer to try and build energy in front of? I mean, like the last time I saw you was at the Sankey Drive-In Rodeo in the second weekend of June, and with 50 people there or whatever, and it's different than a packed house. And even the rodeos that you have been announcing, not full capacity, is it harder for you to get jazzed up?
But somebody told me maybe that one person there would be Queen Elizabeth. That's the example they use. So I try to do my best every time. Most of the I picked up. Well, these were my, I think, third, fourth, and fifth rodeo since the middle of March. And it should be like the 23rd, and most of it, we're so glad to be doing what we love. Salmon, Idaho was packed. Tyler, Idaho was packed. The four matches, the Ram National Circuit Finals, even though it was 1,000 people in a 9,000 seat stadium, it was exciting and they were enthusiastic. I'm used to 7,000 or 8,000 people there because I announced the Greeley Stampede, but and I went and did Wolf Point for Jeff Marn this last summer, and they were limited to the number of folks, but it is a little bit. It upsets me, that
right.
we're being hampered a bit. I get it, but it upsets me. But no, I am so happy to go to a rodeo when I get to go to a rodeo.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt. Will Rasmussen joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. Speaking of Greeley, and I got to go back to this, what smells worse, Lewiston or Greeley?
That's big cattle, the big JBS cattle, there's cattle being fed all over Greeley. And it depends on which way the wind's blowing. So.
My grandpa always used to say, when you smell a rodeo or you go out into the corrals or whatever, that's a smell of money.
Smell of money.
Yep.
Exactly right.
I love it. Hey, it's always good to catch up with you, and I know we've had.
We were bragging on him during the rodeo.
Okay, cool. So, I need to somehow get him on the air before the finals. I got to figure that out. I'm going to reach out to the Rangers. I got to get him on. I'd love to talk to Nolan Ryan.
Well, if you'll pay me $100, I can. No, I'm teasing you. I have the guy I talked to answers pretty directly to Nolan Ryan. So anyway, we'll talk out there someday.
We will talk because Nolan is, by the way, the Texas Rangers retired their first number on this day. I think it was in '94. They retired Nolan Ryan's number. So there you go.
Isn't it?
It is. It is. Yep. Appreciate the time as always, my friend. Stay safe. Keep up the good work and get safe home, will you? Drive safe.
I will.
Always
right. Great to be with you. Thank you, Jason.
Yep, that's Will Rasmussen joining us. We'll talk to him soon. That is, he is the best. He definitely is one of the best in the business, and he is my favorite announcer because, well, he's just Will, and we love Will. I know we're having some internet issues, and if you miss anything, you can catch the whole show back in its entirety on jasonwalkershow.com coming up by 6 o'clock usually. It usually takes about a half hour to get everything uploaded. But so if you've missed anything, and I know we're having a lot of issues, I know there's a lot of kids working from school. Home today, it is Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow, I don't know. Who knows with all this internet stuff? Is the smoke causing an issue? I don't know. All I know is that you can go to jasonwalkershow.com and catch anything you may or may not have missed, or if you want to listen to it again and watch again, because why not? All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back on this day in history, and we'll remind you of some cancellations and a whole lot more still to come. This is the Jason Walker Show. It is presented by Capital Collision Center.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them.
Most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 29122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Final segment on a Tuesday, Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Check it out, marklaroephotography.com. Purchase anything, you get a 20% discount if you mention the Jason Walker Show. We have great sponsors on this show, including Mark LaRoe, also Rucker's, Dinner's Done Right, Cafe Zydeco, Major Mortgage, Auto Concepts, State Farm, Mike Miller. Show is presented by Capital Collision Center. Just love our sponsors. And if you miss them, you can go online, check them out. Check out their websites, too. Go to thejasonwalkershow.com, and you can see everything. Just saw this today, just a couple of minutes ago, that Tom Wistrcill, the Big Sky Conference Commissioner, spoke with MontanaSports.com and said that the Big Sky Conference will have basketball this season. They don't know what it'll look like. He said they're exploring some options for non-conference games, such as potentially going to Las Vegas, spend 5 days, get 3 or 4 games in with other non-conference opponents. That's under consideration. You're not going to be able to go to Vegas if you can't go to Vegas to do anything else. He's planning, the Big Sky is, and Tom Wistrcill, the commissioner, to get on-campus games for the conference schedule. They don't know how many games that's going to be. They don't know the start date from the NCAA. They say they're going to have a Big Sky tournament. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. The Big Ten is going to try to play football. Saw that today as well. So after like a month and a half ago saying they're not going to play, now the president held a vote, unanimously said, okay, we're going to play. So I think they're going to try to start in October, try to play 8 games in 9 days, or in 9 weeks rather. And just so that they can be in the college football playoff or have a chance to be in the playoff. Because Ohio State, it's good. We gotta have them in there. So that leaves the Pac-12 as one of the Power Fives left not playing. So we'll see. We will see. All right. So let's see. What else is going on today? There were some cancellations. We mentioned soccer in Helena postponed because of bad air quality. I think it's labeled it unhealthy air quality. And it's tough when you're already losing non-conference games and now you're losing conference games potentially to be remade up. Hopefully they get to be made up. That would be great. So let's see, what else did we see today? Got out and about, got around town. It was weird. It's eerie to walk around or drive around. And you could really tell today the smell of smoke in the air. And we went on my birthday trip, the wife and I, a couple of weeks ago. It was August 31st. We're driving home, and I said, hey, we made it through the summer, most of the summer, without bad wildfires. And then the next day, they all kind of started, and now we've got a whole bunch of arsonists being arrested out on the West Coast. You got the gender reveal party that launched a huge wildfire in California. It's not all climate change, my friends. In fact, most of it is not. It's amazing. When you look up in northwest Montana where they've done logging, it's pretty amazing how beautiful it is when you don't have all the beetle kill because it's all been logged out. And when you let people do their jobs, it's crazy. All right, I digress a few minutes or a little bit here. All right, we talked rodeo. Always love talking to Will Rasmussen. He is so great. And the whole Rasmussen family is great. And just love them. All right, let's get on this day in history. It is September the 15th. It is Greenpeace Day. It's a lot of national days today. National Cheese Toast Day, Creme de Menthe Day, Double Cheeseburger Day, Felt Hat Day. Now, I forgot to ask Will this. Will's always wearing a straw hat. And most people at rodeos in the summer wear straw hats because it's a little bit cooler. I cannot. I do not like the straw. I always wear a felt. No matter the temperature, but a little sweat never killed nobody. So it is National Felt Hat Day. It is Linguini Day. Boy, this comes in good. Online Learning Day. I went and got my haircut today at the place I go here in Helena, and the lady that cut my hair, I've been going there for, almost 7 years now, but the lady that cut my hair today had both of her kids in there and doing the remote learning, and you've got, the older kid in the back room on a Zoom call with teachers. You had the younger one, 2nd and 4th grade. And it's tough on teachers. It's tough on parents. It's tough on everybody. But especially teachers. I got to give it up for teachers. The job that they're doing right now. I mean, they're always underestimated, but they need all the love they can get right now. Tackle Kids Cancer Day. It is IT Professionals Day and also Neonatal Nurses Day. On this day in 1922, catcher Butch Henline was the first National Leaguer to hit 3 home runs in 1897. On this day, 1923, at the U.S. National Men's Championship Tennis in Philadelphia, Bill Tilden won the 4th of his 6 straight singles titles. 1950, for a record 6th time, Yankees first baseman Johnny Mize would hit 3 home runs in a game. 1957, San Francisco Seals of the Pacific Coast League and the former team of Joe DiMaggio played their final game. 1960, Maurice the Rocket Richard announced his retirement. At the time, an NHL record, 544 career goals, a record, but not anymore. 1978, Muhammad Ali would beat Leon Spinks in 15 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title. Happy birthday today to Karsten Solheim, born in 1911, Norwegian-born American golf entrepreneur, passed away in 2000. Karsten Course, the old Karsten Course in Phoenix, was Tempe, Arizona State's home course, and it used to be home to the Frontier Championships. Played Karsten Course a couple of years ago. Great course. Both ASU and the Frontier Championships now at Papago, just across the interstate. Solheim also has the name on the Solheim Cup, the women version of the Ryder Cup. It's always the U.S. versus Europe, the Solheim Cup. So little trivia there on Karsten Solheim's birthday, 1911. It is Dan Marino's birthday, the Hall of Famer, born on this date in 1961. Also, 1928, Scottish bacteriologist, he was a dude that worked in science. Alexander Fleming accidentally discovers penicillin while studying influenza. And thousands, tens of thousands of college students and high school students would thank him. 1977, the TV LA drama Chips debuted on NBC in the United States. Chips, loved Chips. My buddy and I, we were kindergartners, and we lived in married student housing in Bozeman. My dad went to and was going to MSU, but we used to ride our little bikes and pretend we were Chips, because it was such a great TV show. 1993, the single "I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That" from Meatloaf was released. Went number one in 28 different countries. And people still want to know, what won't he do? Because he'll do anything for love, but he won't do that. What the hell is that he won't do? He says, if you listen close, it's in the song. Like the first line of each verse. But there's the memes for that song are hilarious. If you just go Google it, trust me. All right, let's get to this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the...
We learned that there was a couple of Montanans that had big weekends. Ruger Piva, Tristan Hansen, Bridger Chambers, just to name a few. Tristan, of course, winning the Ram Circuit Finals. And Ruger taking second in bull riding, but Tristan winning the bareback. And both great athletes. Will Rasmussen had a great time talking with him. The walk-off is presented by Cafe Zydeco. Make sure you stop by in Helena, Bozeman, Billings. We have gift certificates to start giving away again. Stopped in yesterday, saw Miss Lou after a vacation of a couple of weeks, and Cafe Zydeco back, ready to go, and serving up fantastic Cajun food. And speaking of Cajun, keep your eye on, was it Hurricane Sally, Susan, whatever, down there in the Gulf Coast, projected to a lot of damage because it's moving slow. And going to do a lot of flooding down there in the Gulf Coast, New Orleans, that Louisiana, Georgia area. So keep an eye on that. Let's see. What else did we learn? We learned that today is Tuesday, not Wednesday. I don't know why I thought it was Wednesday. We learned that there were some cancellations because of smoke. We also learned that Capital Collision Center has great customer service, your relationships, and your local family business. They do such great work. And I've talked about this before, but when my truck was T-boned and they fixed it, the work that they did, it wasn't just the work. It was the relationship, the text messaging that I got, the phone calls, the emails. They took it out of my hands dealing with insurance. They dealt with it. So I didn't have to. But the text messages that I got every couple of days saying, here's where we're at on your repair. Here's where we're at. Here's what we're going to do next. It wasn't just, hey, thanks, call you in 6 weeks when it's done. They kept you informed. They kept me informed, and that's what they'll do for you. Capital Collision Center. The Walk-Off, brought to you by Cafe Zydeco. Tomorrow, We're going to talk about how to lose the COVID-15 or the quarantine. Get it? Samantha Cassetti will join us. She's a dietitian. I bet you anything she's going to say something about cutting out sugar.